Hey everybody, welcome to the J-Chip Show. My name is J-Chip, and today I'm going to be reviewing the anime Kokoro Connect. The story for Kokoro Connect revolves around a group of high school students who suddenly find themselves swapping bodies. As they navigate through this strange phenomenon, they learn more about each other and themselves. Kokoro Connect really impressed me. At first, when I heard the premise of the show, I figured it was just going to be a goofy slice-of-life comedy with some supernatural elements added to it, and while for the first episode that definitely was the case, I came away pretty happy with the show and it definitely exceeded my expectations. Starting with the positives, I really liked how this show used body swapping. Now, as I said before, it is a little immature at first, but for the most part they use this as a tool to develop the characters, and I think they did it very well, especially later on when things get pretty dark and pretty grim. I appreciate how this show tackles it in a mature manner. Now don't worry, body swapping isn't the only phenomenon that happens within this show. The other phenomenons that do happen are pretty interesting and they're all handled very well in my opinion. Another positive is that I liked a lot of the characters actually. I thought Taichi was pretty straightforward and I liked him a lot. He wasn't stupid and he's a wrestling fan, so I can relate to that. Iori was nice, kind, and sweet, and she makes a decision later on that genuinely surprised me. I figured for her she wouldn't be so mature with making a decision like that, but I'm really happy that she came out pretty nice. Inaba was probably my favorite character of this show. I liked how straightforward she was. She had a bit of an attitude, and overall I liked her character arc. Yui Kiriyama was nice, sweet, and bubbly, and she's a pretty nice character, and things happened to her that really were pulling at the heartstrings, but I liked her a lot. And I thought Yoshifumi was a nice young man, and him and Yui have pretty good chemistry together. The rest of the cast is hit or miss, but a character that does appear frequently is Goto. I really liked his character a lot, and the music that plays when he enters is this creepy tone that plays, and I don't know, it was really effective with how creepy this character was, and I liked him a lot. The writing was very good for this character too. The art and animation was pretty good. While I could see some people saying that the art style for the characters is a little too basic for them, I thought it was fine. All the facial expressions were really nice, the animation was really good, which was animated by Silverlink, and I think they did a really good job with the show. At first I did watch the show in its English dub, and while I don't think it's terrible, I didn't really get into it, and so I switched to the Japanese, and that was a better experience. But for you dub watchers out there, it's not bad. The music was really good too. Now I did mention when Goto appears it plays that creepy music that I like, but the rest of the music fits very nicely. Now the only complaint I do have with the music is this show's OP. I just wasn't a fan of it. It was kind of too generic, so I skipped it. I don't really have a lot of negatives outside of me not being a fan of the OP. The only main issue that I had personally is that the pacing could have been... Now the setup for each phenomenon is pretty interesting and I like to see where it's headed, but sometimes as it's going on I'm just like, man, can we just get to the next phenomenon? But other than that, this show was pretty sweet. Overall, Kokoro Connect was a show I really enjoyed, but I do understand why some people may be turned off by this show. Maybe it's the school setting, maybe it's just the immaturity in the first episode with its comedy, or maybe they just don't like the themes of body swapping and stuff like that. I can understand that, but if you are interested in this show, I do think you should check it out. If you want to check the show out, it is available on High Dive. Anyways guys, that's going to be it for me. Let me know down below what you thought, and I will catch you next time. Big thanks to Miasma Senpai, Warpbait, and Ash the Man for supporting me on Patreon. You guys are awesome.